Hi, friends. My name is Bailey Cook. I am the host of the Y Project podcast, and I'm so happy you're here. Welcome back. Well, friends, this week has been a rough week, so we're going to do a little bit of a different video today, where it's going to be more of just a sit down yapping session for the next 15-20 minutes. We're still going to talk about mental health. We're still going to get into some really good controversial topics. At least I think they're really good controversial topics of opinions that I have. But for our listeners that are listening on Spotify or Apple and aren't seeing our YouTube video, it's just me today. It's me with my bright pink hair and in my really squeaky rocking chair. So it's been a week for me, you guys. I'm tired. I'm currently filming this actually Saturday night at midnight because my week has been so chaotic. I normally film my podcasts at the beginning of the week and I give myself all week to edit and to listen, and like there's just so much that goes into it, right? And I'm filming it tonight and I'm just going to post it as is because I'm tired. And I'm to a point where it's hard for me to care right now. And there's part of me that like feels bad about that. And there's also a part of me that's like, you know what? That's real though. Like, I feel like a lot of us sometimes get to a point in certain seasons of our life that we're like, I'm kind of done with this. This week has been a doozy for me and my husband. At one point, both of our cars stopped working, and we found out today that his engine is completely blown, so we only have one car to use in our family of three, where my husband and I have to travel a lot. We have to travel far to get to our jobs, so we got to figure that out. So that's been going on for us. At the beginning of this week, I also got a chemical burn in my eyes for my hair dye because your girl is not a professional here. I'm not a professional in anything. I just do. And part of that's my ADHD, where I believe I could just like do it. And then halfway doing things, I get imposter syndrome and I freak out. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm freaking doing with my OCD. So it's a good battle between the two. It keeps me balanced, you know? Love a good balance in my life of two mental health disorders. But anyways, I got the chemical burns in my eyes because apparently I didn't wash my hair dye out all the way. I didn't know that. So I was taking a shower, and I like to take long showers to start my week. So we are 25 minutes into the shower. My eyes are burning, and then I literally can't see. Like, I'm like, what is happening here? And I'm crying. I'm trying to flush my eyes out. I get out of the shower and I look in the mirror. I'm all fuzzy. I feel around my face. My eyes are puffy. And my husband was like, oh my gosh, this does not look good. And I was dying inside. Like, I truly thought I was going blind. So then I just had to start flushing my eyes out. And I'm flushing my eyes out for a good like 20 minutes. My eyes finally calm down though. I get saline drops in my eyes. I put ice packs on my eyes and I go to bed like that. And I wake up the next morning. My face is so swollen and my eyes look like I did so much drugs. And it was so crazy. So that's what started my week. And then Tuesday, my husband's car breaks down and we have to pay $400 to tow it. I literally wanted to cry. And then we find out that his car just doesn't work at all, which Sam and I are in a very fortunate situation right now. Like, we have so much support and love and help from family, and he has a great job, and like, we're both getting degrees. And well, I just graduated. He's in a master's program right now. And we both are doing things that are really good for us and our family, but we are not the wealthiest people in the world. We're still paying off debts and student loan stuff, and like, it just like financial hardship really got us this week. And it really hurt because then my car gave out 2 days later. Like, I cannot make this up. My car gave out 2 days later. Thankfully, my dad was able to fix it, But then we realized I had to get new tires. My tires on the back were all crazy and they were wavy. I don't even know anything about cars, but I felt the tire and my tire was wavy. Crazy. So then I had to go get new tires. Another $400. 400 freaking dollars. And I wanted to cry. And at this point, there was still hope that Sam was going to get his car fixed. Like, we still were like holding on to hope that maybe there was just one little thing wrong. And then we found out today that no, his whole engine is out. May his Ford Fiesta rest in peace. And now we need to go find a family car that is probably a super old Toyota from when I was born. Like, that's probably what we can afford right now. So having all this pile on top of us really, really freaking sucks. And financial hardship alone is hard, but then I feel like financial hardship in a marriage can sometimes be harder because it's like there's two of you trying to figure it out. I don't know. Very difficult though. And then on top of all of this, for me personally, I have started ADHD medication. I have never done ADHD medication before. I was diagnosed with ADHD a lot later in life when I was like 18, 19. And I just was never interested in trying it. Like, I'm all for meds. I've been on depression and anxiety meds for a good chunk of my life. But I just thought to myself, I know how to function without it. I've done it before, and I'm going to continue to do it now. Then that changed for me when I became a mom, where I feel like I can't get anything done throughout the day because my mind is pulled into so many different directions. And then I procrastinate and then I get paralyzed because of all the things that I have to do, which I believe a lot of people with ADHD feel this exact same way. And so my husband would come home and like I would sit and I'd cry to him and I'd feel upset because I'm like, I didn't get anything done on my to do list while you're gone at work. And my husband is so sweet and he's always like, it's okay, we can do it together, or you always have tomorrow. But I was getting more depressed because I wasn't finding ways to fulfill my day and be productive and enjoy doing things with my daughter. So I got an ADHD medication. Your girl is heavy with her doses. My husband takes a really light dose of this medication, and he is a different person on it. He goes to work. He knows, like, there's going to work and there's going to work being on this ADHD med for him. I know he's on this med because his whole personality changes. Like, he's still kind and sweet to me, but he is focused and he is a man on a mission. And I'm taking 2 times the amount that he is right now. And I don't feel a huge difference, but I do feel a difference from the letdown of that. Where my meds is only 4 to 6 hours lasting. I don't have the long lasting release one yet since I'm just trying it out. But coming off of 4 to 6 hours of the short reacting one is so difficult for me. I feel like I just am so depressed. And I think because it happens for me so quickly and I lose my focus so fast and I feel like everything changes for me, I am so depressed for like at least an hour or two after that. Sometimes it's a whole day. I do not do well on medications and trying lots of new ones. Once my body finds one that works really well for me, I'm set. I'm good to go for years. Like, I've been on Wellbutrin for so freaking long. Love it to death. But trying new meds and introducing that into my life is so difficult for me and my body, and I know it is for a lot of people. So that's currently what I'm going through right now. And that's why I'm putting low effort into this video because I don't even want to freaking do this video with everything going on this week. But I still wanted to post something because this podcast is meant to be some sort of light in a dark world. It's supposed to be something that people look forward to every single week. And even though I'm having a hard week, even just sitting down and ranting to you guys for the last 10 minutes and talking to you feels good for me. And I feel like, in a selfish way, I guess, this is my outlet and light as well. So, anyways, if you have made it this far with my rant, just comment down below something good that happened in your week this week. I would love to cheer you on and see what happened that was so good for you this week. So, comment down below, either on Spotify, Apple, or YouTube, whatever platform you're on. Just comment down below and tell me what good thing happened to you this week, because I need that right now. I need to see other people having a good week because I for sure have not. Okay, now that that is out of the way, there are three controversial, like, hot takes. Maybe they're not hot takes, and it's just me being a white girl with pink hair in the middle of Utah thinking they're hot takes. But I want to talk about three hot takes that I have about just mental health and maybe like mental health care in general. I'm excited to talk about these, and I don't want this to become any sort of weird argument or anything on my platforms. I want these conversations to just be opened. So if you have any thoughts or opinions about what I say, I'd love to hear your perspective. I'm always willing to have an open mind and hear people out, because everyone has lived experiences and everyone's experience is so different. So it's so important to me to hear what your experience is like. But my first, I guess, controversial take is, even when you're in a mental health crisis, you still have choice to choose. Now, maybe saying that statement out loud, you're like, duh, of course I can choose whatever I want, right? Sometimes when we are in the thick of it and we are in such a deep, dark place, our minds allows us to believe that we are stuck and we have no choice, that there is no way for us to get out of this. And I understand what that's like. I've been there before. I've been in a place where I truly believed I could not get out, where I literally could not even get up long enough to brush my teeth. Like, I understand what that deep, dark place feels like. And things that helped me get out of that deep, dark place were others that empowered me to realize that I had choice. You have choice to get help. You have choice to choose to call that therapist, to talk to that doctor, to tell a friend or a support or a loved one or a stranger, hey, I need help. You need to get me there. We have a choice. And I want this to not be a statement of guilt or shame, where sometimes when we're in a deep, dark mental space, we hear things like that and we're like, oh, well, why can't I? Oh, well, I'm a bad person. Oh, well, I'm different, I guess. Or I guess I'm too far gone, right? And it creates this guilt and shame. No one is too far gone. You have a choice. You can make that choice to take that step forward to get better. No matter where you are at, you have that choice. And that statement to me is so empowering, knowing that you have full control over yourself. If you watch the first video of our podcast or listened to it, you would have heard me talk a little bit about some abuse that I went through in my childhood. I was older, I was a teenager when it happened. But going through abuse, especially at an older age, made me realize very quickly the value of agency. Because when someone controls you and holds you hostage in a situation and takes away choice from you, that brings a new meaning and value to what agency and choice is. And I think that's why I have that opinion, and I feel so passionate about telling people that they have a choice to choose to get help. And obviously, there are some people in very different dire circumstances. I still want you, no matter what circumstance you're in, to really think about what choice do I have right now in this moment that I can make. Even if it isn't the choice that I would want to make or that I believe I should be able to make, what is a choice that you can make? Because you have that. And I want you to feel empowered by that. And that kind of leads me into my second controversial take, which is therapists don't hold their clients accountable enough. Oops. Did I hurt your feelings? I'm sorry. I hope I didn't. I really hope I didn't. Um, does your therapist hold you accountable enough? If you don't have a therapist, do your family members, do your friends, does yourself? Do you hold yourself accountable enough to take care of your mental health? I fear we are now in a world that is very self centered. I believe mental health should not be self centered and instead should focus outward. And by that, that does not mean we don't take care of ourselves, right? Sometimes I need a me day. I need to get away from my beautiful, wonderful baby and my awesome, amazing husband, my cute little doggy, and say, bye bye. I'm going to go do me for a while. I'm going to take care of myself. We need that. So that's not what that means. What I mean by that is a lot of us let go of things because we don't think it's worth it to put energy into, or doesn't serve me, or like it's very much this self-serve community that we're building. And I don't like that because then we don't have people around us to hold us accountable and we don't have connection. I believe accountability brings connection, whether that's connection with yourself, connection with friends, connection with family, connection with strangers. It can be connection with anyone. But being accountable in your mental health and having a therapist or someone else hold you accountable and being like, hey, did you take your medication today? Hey, did you see your therapist? Hey, did you make that appointment? That's going to make you better and help you. So important. I need therapists to hold their clients more accountable and do a less of a self-serving approach and more of an accountability and connection approach. There's too much of the self-serving, and there needs to be more accountability, connection, and love within therapy. So that's my second hot take. My final one, I really don't want to make the Christian community upset. I'm a Christian myself. I'm a part of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, my show, right? Love Whitney, love it. Maybe that's my controversial opinion. But I believe in Christ. I believe in God. I believe in a higher power. I believe in scriptures. I believe in prayer. I believe in all of these things, right? I do not believe that church, praying, and reading fixes all. Oh, did I hurt your feelings again? I hope I didn't. I do not believe it fixes all. It doesn't. As a teenager, I did church, pray, and read all the time to try to get my OCD thoughts to go away, and it never worked. I did church, pray, and read all the time, and I asked for the healing power of God in my life to take away my depression, to help me push through. Didn't take anything away. I would lay in bed praying to God at night that my anxiety would go away so I could go to sleep. Some nights I'd only get an hour. Then it didn't go away. So, for my friends that are really faith-based, I also want you to understand that bishops, priests, any sort of leadership in your religious life are also not people that are qualified to be therapists. Did I hurt your feelings a third time? Hopefully not. They're not. Unless they are actually licensed therapists that are these leaders in your church. That's wonderful. I wish that for everyone. I think all of these leaders that are here trying to do therapy sessions and give advice in a very therapist way should be therapists. Absolutely they should be. They should be. But they're not. A lot of them aren't. A lot of them are not qualified for that. Can you turn to them for support? Absolutely. I think these religious leaders, especially if you have great relationships with them, would be awesome support. 100%. They are not licensed to help you, though, in the way that you actually need it. Church praying and reading will not fix you. And if you believe in the healing power of God, which I also would refer to as the atonement, a lot of Christians do, right? I believe that if you are struggling with mental health things, the only way to use the healing power of God in your life is to continue to do what you believe in, church praying and reading, and use the resources that God is providing you. If you believe that God gives us everything here on earth, that also means He gives people the education that they need to help us. Use those resources. See a therapist. Get on medication. This stigma that we have in religion that, well, if you just continue to read your scriptures and pray and talk to God and go to church, you'll be healed, can no longer be what is said, especially to our young people. It is a phrase that irks me to no end because no, you will not get better. What will help you get better is using the other resources that God gives to His children on earth, which is the education to know how to help people, to know how to diagnose, to know how to medicate, to know how to support in the way that they need it. So I hope that any Christian person watching this, I hope that you understand that if you are in a dark place and you think there is no hope for me because I'm doing all the things right, I'm going to church, I'm praying, I'm reading my scriptures, I'm doing what my leader is telling me to do, nothing is changing for me. It's because you need to use the other resources that God has provided here on earth. Go see a therapist. I truly believe full healing takes place when we use all resources, things that are in the church and things that are outside of the church. I truly believe that. And it will change your life. So please go get the help that you need. Don't be afraid to use other resources outside of the church to help you. Anyways, those that aren't Christian, I apologize for my rant. I just want to put that out there. I feel very passionate about that. That those that believe in God, as I do, that we cannot limit ourselves to the resources that God gives us. So, anyways, those are my 3 controversial topics of the day. I probably talked a lot more than I should have, but it's whatever. Well, I loved this intimate time with you. I love just sitting down and chatting to my camera and to my cute little pink mic. It's my favorite. Down below, I'm going to leave some links to some documents for you to fill out if you're interested. No pressure, but the documents will just be for people that you would recommend to come onto this podcast. Any quotes that you would like to share that you would like me to talk about on this podcast. It will also be links to the suicide hotline, as always, and to a couple of websites for some really great therapy clinics that I love here in Utah. I will also leave a form down below where you can share your story with me. So if you would like to come onto the podcast and share, I'd love it. Or if you'd like me to read your story, whatever you're comfortable with. But yeah, share your story with me. I'd love to get to know you and to have some of you be on here on this side of the screen with me so I'm not all alone and lonely. But thanks, guys, for being here. I love you. I want you to stay, and I'm so happy you're here. Bye.